Alright, looks good. Alright, welcome back, you guys. As you can probably tell, I'm not recording on the GoPro right now. I'm actually using my dad's camera, and I gotta say, it looks a lot better than the GoPro footage. So, but for today's video, he's letting me use this camera. This isn't like, you know, my new camera that I'm gonna be using for all of my videos. But yeah, I'm using it for today, and today's video is gonna be pretty interesting. I still have it on this giant tripod, by the way, so if it looks a little weird, that's my bad. But yeah, here is my boat. I'm basically just going to be showing you guys today a tour of my boat. So the basics. Here's the hull of the boat. Here's the front. We have the trolling motor, the light for if it's dark out. Then we have the fish finder here, this cooler which I usually take with me for snacks and drinks. And then here's the pedal for the trolling motor that I use. And basically, I'll show you guys in a little bit, but you know, when I give you or when I get inside the boat, I'll show you. But this, you actually pull this rope, and it'll click. I don't know why it's not doing it right now. Whatever, figure it out. And yeah, it'll click, and the trolling motor comes up and down to the front of the boat, so it'll be in the water like this. And then here is where I keep my rods. I put my rods in the garage though, just so they didn't get in the way. And actually, in this panel, I mean, I'll show you guys what's in all these different panels. Here's this hole. It has a hose connected to it on the other end, and it runs to the bilge pump, which I'll explain that in a little bit. And then we got these back running lights. And then here's the motor. It's a 9.9 horsepower motor. It's not a lot, but I mean, it gets this boat moving. And here's my little seat that I sit in when I'm riding in the boat. And yeah, I'm going to take the camera off and show you guys the rest of the boat. Now, if I like mess up on some footage, or like I'm trying to show you guys something, and you guys can like barely see it because I didn't have the camera very good, I'm sorry. This is not like my GoPro at all. What is happening right here? I'm gonna turn this around. Here we go. By the way, this trailer my dad made completely on his own from like, you know, he bought a whole bunch of this pipe, and he completely just welded it all together on his own and painted it. Then he like sized it right. He just literally built everything, and it was immaculate. You know, it's crazy. Sometimes my dad, he just kind of takes things and he just puts it together, and it just like explodes into like this crazy, like magical invention. Like what he did here. Anyways, but yeah, here's my little step right here. And I'm gonna step up in here, not step on this tripod because it's not even mine. Okay, so I'm currently sitting in the boat. Here's my little seat right here. Boom, unclips, just like this. Now, boom, we got my seat, baby. Here, we have this little hole. See, it says, I don't know if you can see, it says open, and you just spin it off like this. It allows you to see into the belly of the boat. You can see if there's any water in here, if there's a hole, you know, if there's anything wrong with it. And here is the electrical station. I believe this first switch activates all the electronics, but in order to do that, actually, there is the battery up there in that very top box, hatch, whatever you want to call it, in there. That's the battery. So basically, if we just put the boat in the water, I'd go up there, turn the battery on, come over here, flip this switch, which activates all these electronics, activates the fish finder, the trolling motor, all that good stuff. And then, so if we actually open this panel, boom, then, yeah, so now you can see all these electronics in here. I'll explain what all of this stuff is, and all the, you know, wood and stuff in here. I have all the wiring in here that activate, they all run to the electronics up here. And yeah, just all electronic stuff. I honestly could not explain it to you because I'm not an electrician. Okay, and like I said, this is where my poles would go. And then in here, and move this bad boy. Here is what's in here. This is my tackle box, and then the life vest that I usually wear, which you guys will see me with tomorrow. This is a little mini fire extinguisher. I have this, it's like this big box with emergency supplies. There's a flare in here. Then we have an anchor in here, which I've never actually even used. I got a couple extra lures down here. Oh shoot, would you look at that? Okay, and then set this down right here. We can close this. So yeah, here's this cooler. I usually just keep it down there. And oh yeah, I'll show you the battery compartment. Under this latch, here's the battery in here. It's strapped down. All the electrical work to it. So yeah, that's that compartment. There's also another LED light in there. So here's the trolling motor and the fish finder. Move this out of the way so I don't step on that. Here's the trolling motor. I'll show you guys. So boom, click that, and you just lift it up. That's basically the exterior of the boat. And now I want to show you the interior of the boat, kind of. Yeah, here is the back of the boat. It's a tiller handle motor. It is kind of roped together so it won't move, and it's like that for when we're driving the boat to the dock so the engine doesn't go crazy. Yeah, and then I start it from this little pull handle right here. Here is the bilge pump I was talking about. So if water does start to flood into the back, there's little holes on the side of the bilge pump, and the water would go into those holes and pump through this hose and would pump out through this guy right here. Boom, the water would shoot out back into the water. It's crazy. Also, if you guys are wondering what these little pieces are, same little contraption, right? Little latch. You take this off and there would be a gas can right here and a gas can right here. A little bit more. There we go. That was basically the whole rundown of the boat, and I'm going to be taking this thing out tomorrow, and so you guys can see me operate all the different stuff. I'll have 3 fishing poles, I'll have all of my lures, and I'm going to take this thing out on the water channel and probably be out there for, I'm usually out there for like 6-7 hours. I mean, I just go all across there. That'll be cool. Let me know what else you guys want to see in the comments, and you know, I'll try to make it happen. I'll try to put out a video. And let me know how the camera quality is too. On my last video, for some reason the comments were turned off. I'll make sure the comments are on. And you guys let me know how you like this camera quality, if it's better, what you think about the audio. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the